Okay, you guys, away we go. As per usual, if you spend $35 or more in my online store by October 4th at 11:59 p.m., you can get each one of today's make and take kits for free. Remember, as I just mentioned, there's only 2 days left in celebration. So if you bump that up to $50 between now and Thursday, you can actually earn that paper pack, among other things, for as a free item. So make sure you use this hostess code. And of course, if your order is above $150, you become your own host. So don't use the host code. Enjoy the additional freebies that you will earn for placing such a large order. And I will still send you the 3 make and takes for today's Freebie Friday done on Tuesday. Okay, here we go. Here we go, you guys. A lot to do and not a lot of time to do it. We're going to be kicking things off with our mini treat box. A couple of tips I want to tell you. We're featuring this Cutest Halloween, and the bundle comes with the punch. But I will tell you, not a requirement, because these are simple lined images and can be cut very, very easily. That being said, I had to have the bundle, as you can see here. And I do love the punch. Now, the cool thing about the punch is the punch coordinates with the papers to punch out a couple of things. Number one, it punches out the ghosts that are in here holding the candy, which are adorable. And it also punches out the pumpkin face, the jack-o'-lantern face, and the cat face. So the punch is versatile, along with being able to punch out the items that you see here. And this paper pack is fabulous. This cute Halloween DSP paper pack has the coolest images. We're going to be featuring that on today's card. The coolest. This is the coolest Halloween paper. I'm obsessed with it. It's cute. It's on the cute side, but there's a lot like this. Oops, look at those skulls. Oh, it's on the cute side, but there's things like this where it's got the black and white stripes. It's got, oh, those are candies. Just the plain black paper. We've got black and white polka dots. There's a lot of prints in here that you can utilize for things beyond just the Halloween theme, right? So it's pretty fantastic. Okay, so let's see. Where am I going to start first? I feel like I'm jumping around a little bit, but the other thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be featuring the pillow box dies, the pretty pillow box dies. And this is the die set, and the belly band for it is going to measure 2 by 6. Of course, that will be on the PDF, but no kidding. This is the coolest little pillow box, as you will see. And oh, there's my sample. Let me grab the sample. And this belly band is intended to just slide right off of it. So the strip that you need is a 2 by 6 strip. And then we're using the label, the tiny label from, I almost showed you the Christmas season. I didn't mean to show you that. The seasonal labels dies. Look at all of those labels. This is going to be such a go-to. I'm obsessed with it. But I cut out an orange small label there. So that is what we're going to be using. I have my pieces here. Now let me show you how to put this together. First things first, when you cut the pillow box, I actually use a dryer sheet to cut my pillow boxes because it acts as a shim. It also softens the paper fibers and allows me to bend this so much more easily. But what you want to do for the pillow box is you want to start all of these, you want to start all of the creases, all of the score lines is what I meant to say. You just kind of want to get them turning and get all the pieces moving, that because this thing's going to curve and we need it to go in the right direction, right? So you just want to start all of them Then you're going to apply your adhesive. I apply my adhesive right here. Now, if you use liquid glue, you're going to have to hold it because, like I said, we're curving the paper and it does not want to curve, right? Now, I do recommend using the Stampin' Seal Plus for this reason. That being said, if you want to spend the time to hold this together and pinch it, that would not be a terrible thing. I'm also going to grab my bone folder and we're just going to curve like you would balloon streamers. We're just wanting to get this rounding on its own and like following the line, right? So here we are. We've got our adhesive on. We're going to ignore one side and pay attention to the other. And we're going to crisscross this because it's not going to want to go on its own. We're going to crisscross it over top. Hopefully my hands are not in the way. We're going to line this up and press it together. Ignore the other side, because if you pay attention to the other side and this thing curving the way you want it to curve, this is not going to work right. Now pay attention to the other side. And once you line up the two corners and press down, well, if you press down, I didn't press, now it goes together just perfectly. And you have yourself a pillow box. But the thing is you're telling a flat piece of paper to curve, and a couple of things are playing into this. Number one, it doesn't curve very easily, which is why I use the dryer sheet, just to kind of soften things up. And number two, if you pay attention to only the side you're working on, the other side that's kind of awkward and disjointed and not really coming together very easily, if you ignore it, this will come together easily, and then you can focus on getting this one together easily, right? There we go. So now we have the belly band. The belly band is as easy as wrapping. Line it up the way you want it, pinch it on one end, and then bring it around. Now you want this to be wrapped loosely because you want them to, whoever receives this, to be able to just slide the belly band right off without tearing it apart. So just pinch it with your fingers, pull it off. Whoops, I dropped it. Now, to put this together, you're going to want to put adhesive on the inside and the outside. That way it just glues to itself. So we'll put this down. Make sure the one that's on the outside gets laid first, because we don't want to glue it to the box, right? Which I almost did. And then we line it up and lay the other piece and secure it. So now it slides right off. Well, I said it slides right off, and it's not sliding. I might have done it just a little bit too tight. You don't want to do it too tight because you want them to be able to slide it. And the more it slides, the easier it's going to slide. Yeah, I did it a little bit too tight. Just be careful when you put this on. You don't want it too tight because you want them to be able to slide. And then I just took one strip of adhesive, placed that down, and let me move this out of the way. Grab my Cutest Halloween. Okay, so here's my little trick. Keep all of your scrap pieces of paper. These strips come in so handy for projects like this. Now, the other tip I've got is I actually took one of a scrap piece. This just happens to be one of the extra labels I had left over on a project I was doing. And if you punch this, when you set your stamps in the little windows, and I used my Stamparatus to pick them up. Once you place your stamps in the windows and you pick them up with your block or your Stamparatus, hang on a sec. Oops, I'm upside down. That's what's happening. Place them in the window and then pick them up with your Stamparatus or your block. They're going to be in the perfect place to just punch right out. And I'll show you what I mean. Because I only stamped the ghost and the pumpkin that we needed. And this is really cool because it's a two-step, but no kidding. This punch that I punched out, I just stamped it with the little face and turned it into another little pumpkin. You can totally use that for another project. And now again, you can fussy cut. These are super simple, or you can just slide it in. Let me line it up. Hopefully this doesn't take me forever. And punch. And you've got your punched images. See how perfect that was? It lines right up. So here we go. Oh, there's my other bone folder. Found it. So I keep this in my container, so I always have it, so I can always line them up, right? Then we're just going to stamp our sentiment, which is Hey Boo. Another little trick, I actually cut Hey Boo in half, so I can use the hey on an image, on a project, and I can use the boo on a project. So we're just gonna stamp that down. Oh, I'm off just a little bit. It's because my angle's weird. Let's do it again. That's why there's two sides, right, you guys? I have to stand over it. There we go. So I can see what the heck I'm doing. And then we're going to take our snips. These snips are invaluable. And I'm just going to create a little flag tail by cutting one single in the center and then from the corner to the center, making our little flag. Grab the adhesive, set this down, and I did not use a dimensional in this one, although you could, to pop it up. There's that. Grab our stars. My take your pick tool helps me so much because you got to be able to pick these up to place them, right? Oh, that just stuck to my finger. So see how perfect that was? Anywhere you like. Place them down. Okay, there's our pillow box. One down. Oh, the other thing about the pillow box is they hold really cool stuff. So I have this one that slides very easily. And inside, I've got two of those Cracker Barrel caramels. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those at Cracker Barrel, but I love them. And two of them fit perfectly in here. The other thing that fits perfectly are these tiny, tiny caramels. Let me grab them. These caramels, 6 of them, which I've eaten one, 6 of them fit perfectly inside. Here, let me show you. I have one that I've done, that I've made in another color. This one, and 6 caramels fit perfectly in it. By the way, that one's an upcoming pillow box project. You guys just got a sneak peek, but it rocks. Okay, so those are some items, things you can fit in there. I've heard that little mint packages will fit in there. So if you guys think of anything, let me know what you're using. Let me set this aside to put inside your little box. Now we're on to this super card.